Hey, what's up? I'm Austin. I wanted to kind of give you a brief recap on what I've been up to lately, and I wanted to talk to you about some of these resources that I've been finding that are helping aid my transition from 7 years as a senior software engineer into more of the applied machine learning and AI sort of projects that can be unlocked with just a little tiny bit of tinkering with these models and existing resources that you can find online for completely free. So I will keep this video short. I will keep it raw, and I just want to sort of show you what I'm looking at and some of the things that I've been able to build with it. Let's dive right in. One thing I figured out is if you add a path to OBS, you can make your camera a circle. Pretty cool. Anyway, on to the courses. First is course.fast.ai. This is a practical deep learning guide. It sort of assumes a little bit of programming experience, but it will dive all the way into setting up Python, setting up your Jupyter notebooks, and then getting started with Kaggle. Um, there is a completely free book for you to read through, and you can use Google Colab with it, or there is also a set of different Jupyter notebooks, so you can follow along with the book as you're taking the course. This is a completely free resource that will literally take you from zero to hero as long as you have a little tiny bit of software engineering know-how. Just going through and understanding what exists in both part one and part two of this course seems to be super, super strong. It has kind of inspired me to dive a little bit deeper into things that I'm working on personally. And there's also this other aspect of getting like local LLMs working and then fine tuning them and training them on your data. And I think that as you learn stuff from this course, it will enable you to be able to build other projects that will kind of cement that learning. So this course is really, really good. I've been working my way through it. And then this book is really good to read alongside with it if you have the time to. I think just this alone is enough to take you from a software engineer that is kind of a little bit AI curious into being someone who is a like real practitioner of artificial intelligence. There's a ton of great information in here, and it's completely free. As you get set up with this course, you'll have to get Jupyter notebooks. Jupyter Notebooks working. And that is its own process. That software kind of doesn't click for me, if I'm completely honest, but I'm figuring it out, kind of just trying and trying and trying. One of the very first things that you'll do inside of this course is build a image classifier. And so you can download a ton of images. Some of them will be of trees, and some of them will be of like a bird. And you can build an image classifier so your model can randomly sample different images that exist locally that you've downloaded from the internet, and it can tell you whether there's a bird in them or not. And that is a like really, really fantastic first project. I really enjoyed that a lot. But as you get Jupyter Notebooks set up, as you sort of start diving into this course and all the different resources that Fast AI has available for it, which by the way is a lot, and they're fast and they're good. Um, these two are your core sort of learnings, and then you're also going to get set up on Kaggle. Kaggle is a really, really fantastic resource, if not, maybe only for the datasets. If you are interested in training models or you're interested in learning more about data and data manipulation, data analysis, or how AI can be practically applied there, Kaggle is an amazing resource for that, where you can download all of this data for free, and you can do things with it. It also exists with these models, benchmarks. It's a really, really nice platform. It's very free, and you can get started anytime you want. Then there are these competitions that you can join, where if you're able to do a particular thing, you can get millions of dollars in rewards. Probably you're not going to get millions of dollars in rewards, especially if you're just starting, but it's an amazing way to get involved with the community, to learn things, and then to have the guidance of other people who may be a little bit more further along than you are. From everything that I've seen, Kaggle and FastAI have amazing communities, amazing forums, and everybody basically wants everyone else to win. I think that these are fantastic resources. Another one that is worth just knowing about, in case you don't somehow still, is Olama. With Olama, you're able to basically just pull down different local models, and you're able to do things with them. This is super useful for any kind of a tool where you want maybe some kind of an uncensored LLM or a less censored LLM. You want to be able to train it on your own data. You don't want to pay for compute. Maybe you have a gaming computer or something like that, and you can just run these models from there. You can also host them up on a network so your other devices are able to connect to it and run queries against the AI, the large language model, basically for free. And so between these three items, between Fast AI's course, between Kaggle and your own experimentation and project-based development in Ollama, I think there's a ton of potential in this stack. Uh, Now I have to figure out how to make it not a circle. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of share a little bit about that. This is kind of what I'm keeping an eye on and what I'm working my way through. I kind of feel like crap. I've been a little bit sick, but I think that this is sort of the future. And so, yeah, just wanted to share. Thanks. Bye.